Good day, Mamunyos. This is Group 5 from Section 1, and we're here to discuss the importance of storm warning system, precautionary measures, and the things that you should include in your GOBA. First, we should know about the storm warning system. What is a storm warning system, you say?
A tropical cyclone wind signal or TCWS is a plain of text warning to a particular land area that may experience winds of at least strong winds, instrument on the Beaufort scale within at most 34 hours from the time the signal is put into effect during the passage of the tropical cyclone.
If particular wind signal has an equivalent expected wind threat, length of time in hours before the expected wind threat, and potential impacts to the locality. The current TCWS system has 5 levels of wind signal that are numbered from 1 to 5, with the highest signal number associated with higher general wind strength and shorter warning lead time.
As you can see on this picture, that these are the 5 levels of wind signals that current TCWS system uses, which is upgraded on March 23rd and 2022. TCWS, tropical depressions and stronger. Strong winds are prevailing or expected to occur within 36 hours. TCWS, tropical storms and stronger. Gale force winds are prevailing or expected to occur within 24 hours. TCWS 3, severe tropical storms and stronger. Storm force winds are prevailing or expected to occur within 18 hours. TCWS 4, typhoons and stronger. Typhoon force winds are prevailing or expected to occur within 12 hours. TCWS 5, super typhoons, extreme typhoon force winds are prevailing or expected to occur within 12 hours.
Pag-asa's new system is activated when inside or near to affect the Philippine area of Philippines and is the cause to affect the Philippine archipelago. TCWS signals are issued for specific localities such as province or city, municipal level that are escalated, de-escalated or lifted depending on the expected strength of winds and the movement of the tropical cyclone relative to the affected areas.
Signal number 1, meteorological conditions. A tropical cyclone will threaten/affect an area. Winds of 30 to 60 kilometers per hour are expected. Intermittent rains may be expected in at least 36 hours. When the tropical cyclone develops very close to an area, a shorter lead time of the occurrence of the winds will be specified in a warning bulletin.
The winds, twigs and branches of small trees may be broken. Some banana plants may be treated or uprooted. Some houses or barrel-like materials may be partially unroofed. Only barrel-like or no damage may be sustained by areas affected. Rice crops in the flowering stage may suffer significant damage.
Precautionary measurement. When the typical cyclone intensifies and moves closer, this warning signal number may be upgraded. The waves on coastal waters will be gradually developed and swell. The people are advised to listen to the latest severe weather bulletin issued by Pag-asa every 6 hours. Business may be carried out as well except when the floods occur. Disaster preparedness units are activated to alert status.
Precautionary measures. The weather condition is dangerous to the communities affected. The sea and coastal waters will be very dangerous to all seacraft. Travel is very risky, especially by air and sea. People are advised to seek shelter in strong buildings, evacuate low-lying areas, and stay away from the coasts and riverbanks. Watch out for the passage of the eye of the typhoon indicated by sudden occurrence of weather immediately after very bad weather with very strong winds. Coming generally from the north, when the eye of the typhoon hits the community, do not venture away from the safe shelter because after 1 to 2 hours, the worst weather will resume. With the very strong winds from the south, classes in all levels should be suspended and children should stay in the safety of the strong buildings. Disaster preparedness and response.
Signal number 4, meteorological conditions. A very intense typhoon will affect the area. Very strong winds of more than 185 kilometers per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. Impact of the winds. Coconut plantations may suffer extensive damage. Many large trees may be uprooted. Rice and corn plantations may suffer severe losses. Most residential and institutional buildings of mixed construction may be severely damaged. Electrical power, distribution, and communication services may be severely disrupted. Damage to affected communities can be very heavy.
Precautionary measures. The situation is potentially very destructive to the community. All travels and outdoor activities should be cancelled. Evacuation to safer shelter should have been completed. The area is very likely to be hit directly by the eye of the typhoon. As the eye of the typhoon approaches, the weather will worsen continuously, with winds increasing to its strongest coming generally from the north. A sudden improvement of the weather with light winds will be experienced, which means the area is under the eye of the typhoon, depending on the eye's diameter and movement speed. This improved weather may last for an hour or two. As the eye moves out of the area, weather conditions will worsen, with strong winds generally coming from the south. The Disaster Coordinating Council concerned and other disaster response organizations are now fully responding to emergencies.
Signal number 5. Meteorological conditions. A super typhoon will affect the area. Very strong winds and more than 220 km per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. Impact of the winds. Almost total damage to structures of light materials, especially in highly exposed coastal areas. Complete roof failure on many buildings. Several extensive window and door damage. Most residential and institutional buildings or mixed construction may be severely damaged. Electrical power disruption and communication services severely disrupted. All the signboards were blown down. Total damage to banana plantation. Most tall trees are broken, uprooted, or the foliated coconut trees are stooped, broken, or uprooted. Few plants and trees survive. Precautionary measures. The situation is potentially extremely destructive or catastrophic to the community. All travels and outdoor activities should be cancelled. The evacuation to safer shelter should have been completed since it may have been too late for this situation. The area is very likely to be hit directly by the eye of the typhoon. As the eye of the typhoon approaches, the weather will worsen continuously, with winds increasing to its strongest coming generally from the north. A sudden improvement of the weather with light winds will be experienced, which means the area is under the eye of the typhoon. Depending on the eye's diameter and movement speed, this improved weather may last for an hour or two. As the eye moves out of the area, weather condition will worsen, with strong winds generally coming from the south. The Disaster Coordinating Councils concerned and other disaster response organizations are now fully responding to emergencies and in full readiness to immediately respond to possible calamity.
Things you should include in your go bag. After learning what the storm warning system does, it's time to know what are the things that you suppose and must include in your go bag for an emergency.
First, you should have your flashlight after a storm or disaster. Power might be out for a few days. A flashlight is necessary to have on our kit as it acts as a source of light when no other source is available. Second, AM radio in time of crisis is absolutely important to stay updated. Radios are essential in times of emergencies, or they can provide information on weather or evacuation alerts. Third, extra batteries if you have a flashlight and radio. It's necessary to have spare batteries. Batteries are essential items to be stocked for emergencies.
Fourth, first aid kit. A first aid kit is your go-to for reducing the severity of infection, no matter the injury. In most first aid kits, you will find items to treat burns, cuts, lesions, and many other common ailments. Fifth, you should have your whistle. Whistlers normally emit round frequencies of up to 120 decibels, so they can be used to signal to first responders when you are in need of help. 6. Water. Having access to safe and clean water is necessary for everyone's survival. Storing bottles of water during an emergency is a safe way to ensure you and your family won't go thirsty during a typhoon.
Seventh, lastly, face mask. Do not forget that there's still a pandemic. Equipping yourself with a face make it important. There are the important and necessary things that you should not forget to include, because you'll be missing out a lot.
Precautionary measure we follow before, during, and after a typhoon. It is an area of calm, so during a typhoon, beware of sudden calm and bright weather. The eye of the storm might be passing by your locality. Do not attempt to go out of your shelter. Within a couple of hours, the eye of the storm will go past your locality and you will again experience dangerously high speeding winds blowing in the opposite direction as what passed your area before the calm. Try to explain to the other members of your family why the winds blow in one direction before the eye of the storm passes one's locality and then blows in the opposite direction after the eye of the storm passes. Below is a more comprehensive list of precautionary measures we can do before, during, and after a typhoon. There may be additional measures that may be added to this list.
And these are the precautionary measures we follow before, during, and after a typhoon. Before a typhoon. Number 1. Help your family check and fix your house for any damage, especially the roofs and windows, so it can withstand the strong wind.
Second, remind your family members to stock up on adequate food supply, such as rice, canned goods, and foods that would last even without refrigeration.
Number 3. Stock up an adequate supply of drinking water and water from cleaning or other purposes.
4. Prepare flashlight, batteries for flashlights and radio, candles and fluorescent lamps or other lighting devices.
Number 5. Prepare a first aid kit.
6. Always monitor news about the typhoon, whether on television or radio. If the power is cut, keep a radio on and tune into news.
Number 7. Help check and clean your community drainage system and canals to prevent flood.
Number 8. Check your electric poles to prevent accidents. If you notice some impending danger due to weak electric poles that might fall, report this to the electric company so they can reinforce its retrofit.
Number 9. Remind family members to cut all branches of trees around your house that could possibly fall on your house.
Number 10. Help check all electrical warnings.
Number 11. Teach younger members of your family what to do during a typhoon.
Number 12. Pack a bag with clothes, batteries, flashlight, water, canned goods, and other necessities in case you have to evacuate.
During a typhoon, number 1, stay calm and be alert.
Stay indoors, postpone any plans of travels or errands.
Number 3, monitor the weather reports. Check what is happening around you.
When local authorities advise you to evacuate, do so. Move family pets and valuable to a safe place. Turn off gas bulbs, electricity, and water when safe to do so.
Number 5, if you happen to be outdoors when a typhoon comes, A, stay away from electric posts and wires. B, never stand under a lone tree and open quick to avoid being hit by lightning. C, never fix your TV antenna during a thunderstorm. D, stay away from boats and from bodies of water. And E, enter the nearest safe shelter.
Number 6. Avoid staying or going to low-lying and coastal areas that are prone to floods or storm surge.
Number 7, be ready to evacuate if necessary. Leave your house as soon as you realize you are not safe.
Number 8. Boil drinking water or have some bottled water ready.
9. If you happen to be in a car or any land vehicle when the typhoon comes, you are totally safe, but not when there is a flood.
Number 10. If your roads have very little bends where winds pass through, or sometimes when the winds or a typhoon are very strong, you may need to open a few windows in the opposite side of your house to let wind pass through.
11. Monitor flood reports and predictions.
Have a fluid plan which everyone in the family will follow when necessary. Be prepared to act on your flood plan. Repair a fluid kit of the central line. just like the essential of typhoons.
After a typhoon, number 1, have a knowledgeable person inspect electrical wiring before using electrical appliances. It is usually advisable not to use appliances immediately after a typhoon, especially if your house got flooded. Number 2, check for any damage, including water pipes, and help make necessary repairs as soon as possible. Number 3, boil water before drinking it to avoid getting sick. Number 4, wear slippers, shoes, or other footwear for protection from any sharp or pointed objects that might have fallen. Number 5, avoid electrical wires that have fallen. 6, stay away from floodwaters. They carry waterborne diseases. Many people who have suffered a storm but brave flood.